Hi, my name is Joseph Sleevi, but you can call me Joe. I'm a volunteer with Junior Achievement, and I'm so excited to be talking with you today. I work for a company called PricewaterhouseCoopers, or PwC for short. I'm a senior manager there, and I've been with the company for about 8 years, ever since graduating from college. I'm based in our downtown Grand Rapids office. PwC is a very large company that provides lots of different services to our clients, which can be larger businesses or individuals and families. PwC's main area of focus is accounting. Do you know what accounting is? Basically, accounting is all about the way individuals or companies keep track of their finances in order to run a business, as well as how they summarize this information and present it to the people who are interested. There are very specific accounting rules that companies must follow when running their business. For instance, they must follow the rules to determine how much money they've earned, which is called revenue, as well as how much money they are able to keep after their expenses, which is called profits. For example, let's say there's a business that sells milkshakes, and they sell each chocolate shake for $3. But let's also say that it costs $2 for the various materials like milk or ice cream that go into making each shake. So every time they sell a chocolate shake, they earn a revenue of $3 and profits of $1, which is $3 of revenue minus $2 of cost. Another important part of accounting is making sure that the activities of a business, such as the milkshake stand we just discussed, have been summarized and reported correctly to the people who are interested. These people would be called stakeholders and could be any person who's interested in the results of the business. For instance, it could be people who own the business or people who have invested money in it. An accountant would be the one making sure that all the information provided to these stakeholders is accurate and not misleading. At PwC, my specific job is to be an auditor, which is someone who independently works with large or small businesses to make sure they have applied the accounting rules correctly and reported those results accurately. I spend my workdays talking with my clients to make sure they understand all the rules they need to, and then I perform various checks to make sure they've done this correctly. This is similar to how your teacher checks your work after you take a test or submit a paper. Today, we'll be discussing various topics and examples of how my job, as well as other jobs in the business world, are important in our region, which is West Michigan. I'm really looking forward to it, and I appreciate your time. I'm so excited to be talking with you today about business and entrepreneurship in our region. This is session 4. For this session, we're going to be talking about challenges and how we overcome them to accomplish our goals. We all face challenges in our everyday lives. Some of these are small and others are big. Can you think of an example of a small challenge? How about getting out of bed in the morning? That one can sometimes seem like a challenge, especially when we're tired and we don't want to get out of our comfy bed. But we all know how important it is to be active and to go to school, so we know we have to get out of bed. But how about an example of a bigger challenge? One good example might be a test at school. Bigger challenges like this require planning, studying, and lots of focus. We might have to spend extra time preparing in order to memorize information or facts to pass the test. So we need to make some adjustments to our lives in order to prioritize studying over playing, or at least for short periods of time. We probably also need some help from our teachers or parents in order to study as hard as we can for the test. The important thing about challenges is to do your best to overcome them, because there is no better feeling than being faced with the challenge, overcoming it, and being able to look back satisfied with your accomplishments. Just like a test in school, in the business world, I face challenges on a daily basis. Some are small and others are big. I'd like to talk about one bigger example. Every year, companies have to summarize the activities of their business for the year and report this information to their stakeholders or the people interested in the business. Generally, The end of a company's financial year is the same as the end of the calendar year, so December 31st. Within the first few months of the new year, they have to work on summarizing this financial information for the whole year and accounting for it correctly. As an auditor, it's my job to make sure they have done this correctly. This can be very challenging because there is a lot of work to do in a relatively short period of time. Generally, we only have a few weeks in order to make sure that the company recorded the whole year's worth of financial information correctly. Overcoming this challenge takes a lot of planning to make sure we are approaching our work in the most effective and quickest way possible, without wasting any time. Also, it requires a lot of teamwork. As auditors, we work in big groups of other auditors who all contribute and do their part to get this work done. There's no way someone could do it all alone, so we have to work together and rely on one another. This is a lot like a sport, let's say soccer or football, where you can only win the game if the whole team works together. We have to help each other, and everyone has to bring their strongest traits forward for the good of the team. Every year, my team and I are able to overcome our challenges through careful planning and teamwork. We have to set deadlines and milestones in order to accomplish our goals. And I'm happy to say that we get through it every year, successfully. Similarly, I know you all can be successful every day at school and at home by planning ahead and relying on your team. Your team could be your family, your classmates, or even your teachers. None of us can do it all alone. Thanks so much for your attention and focus today. I've enjoyed talking with you. Bye for now, and I'll see you in the next section.